Hi, I'm Winslow Swart and co-chair of membership at the San Antonio Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, and I'm here with my co-chair.
How y'all doing? My name is Micah Salinas. I'm here with Winslow. I'm here with Mr. John Powell and Mickey, and we're here today to kind of share our members. We're here to promote our members. It's what we do here at the San Antonio Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, is to make sure that we give our members a platform to share their stories, to create opportunity, create business, and help their communities grow and be that partner.
And speaking of community growth, John and Mickey here at the Powell Law Firm, and we're some of the pioneers of revitalizing and regenerating the neighborhood that we're sitting in right now, which is the St. Paul Square neighborhood on the Near East side of San Antonio, right near downtown. And there was a great story in the Rivard Report a few years ago that really talked about when they put their tent stakes down here in this neighborhood to help revitalize and be more connected to the community.
So John and Mickey, share a success story. Let me back up a little bit. Kind of give us some background, why East Side, what makes you guys tick?
Okay, so first of all, let me thank the Hispanic Chamber. We've been a member, in fact, since this building opened up. The ribbon cutting was conducted by the Chamber, and Winslow was there, and Mickey Johnson, of course, my colleague, was there, and we had a great time. And so we've been members for several years now, and we've been very happy. Mickey is in the leadership program and really enjoying that. So to go back, I started the firm in 2002. We were always a downtown firm so that we could be close to the courthouse. We're still less than a mile away. The great thing now is I can get on a scooter and go to the courthouse. So that's really, that's been a recent innovation. But we always wanted to be near the courthouse. Plus, we serve really a broad swath of the community. We have a lot of Hispanic clients from the south side of town. Our demographics of our client, really, they're spread out throughout the community. So it's nice to be in a central location. And so that was certainly one of the reasons why we picked this location. But our office building here was built in 1905. It was renovated in 2007. It's a beautiful building. This area, St. Paul Square, is now becoming a kind of a destination location. We have a tapas restaurant next door, a Spanish restaurant with a wonderful basement bar. We've got several high-end bars and eating establishments that are coming in. And the whole area really, the Near East Side and downtown is really developing. And so we wanted to be somewhere like that that was growing.
Great. Yeah, and what I found fascinating about your team and your firm is not only your commitment and kind of like investing back into the community, but it's the David versus Goliath stories that I know there are several, more than I can possibly remember. But I know when we took on some cases that were turned away from some of the big firms and then wound up being, I think famous for suing the VA and winning. The big HMOs, taking on the big HMOs and winning. And I think there's more stories right now where you guys are representing some class action suits as well, right?
Yeah, one of our most important cases historically, we really feel like it's important in the healthcare area that people get the care that they need. And so sometimes you will see that HMOs, for example, won't approve certain medications or certain care, and people that are paying their premiums, they can be really injured or even killed if they don't get the proper care. And so one of our largest cases, we sued Humana in a case where a woman didn't get the proper care and she died of kidney failure. And so we thought that was an important story to go to the jury with and to the community with. We were fortunate, we got a $9 million verdict against Humana in that case for the wrongful death of Joan Smilik. It was reported in all the local television stations, the bar journals and things like that. And what it really stood for is that HMOs are supposed to comply with their own manuals and policies and procedures and get their participants the care that they need and that they require and that they deserve because they do pay their premiums. Right. So that case was an interesting case because 19 other law firms turned down the Smeliks. And so at the trial, one of the things the Humana lawyer did is went to the jury and said, every one of those 19 lawyers, they named them and went over on the stand this firm turned you down, that firm turned you down, and what they were trying to indicate to the jury, that wasn't a good case. If it was a good case, why did 19 law firms turn it down? But the jury looked at that and said, thank goodness the 20th law firm took this case. It was an important case.
Wow.
What goes into that decision-making process, John? When you go, there's 19 other firms, they turn it down. Why do you take a case like that?
I think it's severalfold, but one of the things was, in this particular case, John Smellick, who was the husband of the woman who died, he was a Marine veteran, so was a good person. They had an amazing relationship. They held hands through breakfast for 42 years. I mean, it was a story, and it was a client that I really liked and that I really wanted to help. And so, first of all, it's connecting with the client.
Sure.
And then it was an issue that was, I mean, healthcare is one of the most important issues we have in our country. And so the issue of the HMOs, providing the care that's required, I thought was important. So the client I had a relationship with, the issue was important. And so that's one of the ways that we look at things around here. We're in a situation where we don't have to only take, an 18-wheeler truck accident case. We do those kinds of cases, but we do a broad range of cases. And we always try to ask ourselves, is it a good client, is it a good cause? And that's what we try to do.
So John, now I know there's a case that might become a landmark case where several hundred plaintiffs have been damaged by this big home flipping entity that was real big on reality TV.
Yeah, and I'm working on that with Mickey Johnson, and so I didn't talk about that because he's been very involved.
Yeah, so this case came to us, I think it was late fall of 2018. It was originally filed out in California in the federal court by a law firm called Emergent PLLC. They were able to transfer that case down to San Antonio because the defendant, as Winslow said, is in the business of flipping homes and things of that nature. His offices are in San Antonio, so the jurisdiction was proper in San Antonio. But basically what we're doing, what we've been able to help this law firm with, is 423 separate plaintiffs. It's not a class action, it's actually a mass court case, which in theory we could litigate each one separately, but we kind of believe that we have strength in numbers by having all 423 separate plaintiffs in one case. It does complicate things, but also puts a lot of pressure on the defendant. But basically what happened to these individuals is they were taking the seminars, bus tours, supposed to hire a master mentor that would follow them and give them educational training on how to invest in properties, how to find contractors and flip those properties and ultimately make a big payday at the end. Well, come to find out that almost all of our clients paid at least upwards of $10,000. Turned out they didn't get anything. So the educational offerings really weren't educational at all. So we're really kind of in the beginning phases of that. We've had two different motions filed against the plaintiffs. Both of them ruled in favor of our folks. So right now they've appealed interlocutory, which means even before the end of the, before a trial, they've already appealed. So they really are trying to fight us hard. It reminds me of the Humana situation where it really is not a company as big as Humana, but it's a company that's very sophisticated in terms of their real estate. They have a lot of network and a lot of protection, and they're really trying to slow this case down. And now that John and I have been on board, we've been able to move that case forward. So we're really looking, to try to see, get discovery going in the case, to learn more about what exactly did happen here.
And let me tell you something that I to talk about how we connect with the case and why we take a case. And that matters. It's sort of similar to that Trump University case that some people may have heard of about people investing in real estate seminars. And if you're driving down the road, you're listening to sports talk radio, there's an advertisement, come to a free real estate seminar. And you come and they say, well, you're going to get the real information, the next seminar, that's $10,000. Then you go to that seminar and they go, no, it's actually the bus tour, that's $33,000. Wait, no, it's actually the mentor program, that's $50,000, whatever. And so one of the things this particular group did is people would come in, retirees with their 401k program, their retirements, and they got them to sign off to where all their 401k money would go into affiliated trust companies, okay? And so then they'd get a call that says, hey, we got an investment for you. They didn't tell them that they own a part of the investment or anything like that. If the investment made money, great, everybody made money. But if it lost, these people lost their entire retirement savings and things. So we have people that have divorced because of the financial catastrophe. We have somebody who committed a suicide after losing their life savings. These are good people who wanted to work hard and make something for themselves in the real estate area, and they were totally taken advantage of. So again, it's people that have been hurt that we think we can help, and that is an important issue for us.
And I think a really important part of the the branded customer experience that a Powell Law Firm client gets, because I know because you've helped me before in the past, is when you call, you're not talking to an associate or you don't have a phone bank of people screening. When you call, you actually get John Powell or Mickey Johnson, right? These are the guys that we get to interface with directly so they understand the case, the client, and know what the work is about. And I really appreciate you guys for that. I also really appreciate you guys being members of the Hispanic Chamber.
Yes, thank you.
And Mickey Johnson here is in ABLEP, the Alexander Briseño Leadership Development Program, the 2019 cohort. So we're really excited to have you as part of that as well.
Yeah, it's been a great opportunity so far being in the leadership program, learning a lot about myself. I would encourage any other members to get in it. I've only had 1 week class so far, but I can tell it's going to be a good program, and I'm really learning a lot. So I'm thankful to the Chamber for having me.
I appreciate you mentioning that, because I think, we do have a firm logo. It's called Big Enough to Fight, Small Enough to Care.
Mm-hmm.
And that really does kind of define who we are, I guess what our value proposition is. I myself, I graduated magna cum laude from University of Houston Law School. I worked at one of the largest law firms in the United States. And so I've got that big firm experience, I can do those things. But if you hire a big firm, like you said, you may get a paralegal that knows almost nothing about your case. You can never get through to the actual lawyer handling your case. And I wanted to have client relationships. That's really what I want to do in this business. So people do have my phone number, and we work together and we know one another. And it's much more of a relationship situation when you hire our law firm as opposed to just some big firm and you get a result, but you're not really that involved as a client. So again, just like with the Hispanic Chamber, it's all about relationships. With our law firm and our clients, it's all about relationships.
Well, I do want to thank you guys for taking time out, letting us come visit your office. I know you've hosted several events. Even when we had the Eastside Dreamers Academy, one of their first meetups was right upstairs here in the firm with the kids here from the neighborhood, which was fantastic. And we look forward to having more meetups here at your office with our fellow members. So thanks, and Micah, thank you as well for being part of this team.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you, gentlemen. Can't say that enough. Thank you for your investment in San Antonio on the east side, everything you guys do. Why don't you tell everybody how they can find you, reach you, email, that way?
Yeah, you can call me directly, 210-225-9300. We have our own website, Powell Law Firm. Mickey, also?
Yeah, we're on Facebook. We're also, as John said, it's the powelllawfirm.net. You can check us out there. We have more stories about what we do, more details about the cases that we work on. And I just also wanted to add one thing about the difference between us and the bigger law firm. When you come to some of the bigger law firms, it's kind of a turn and burn, quantity or quality over quantity type of situation. What we do is really try to build the full value of all of our cases. So I can have a case come in and get it settled right away if it's a decent case, but what we do is always try to work up the case, make sure people get all the treatment that they need. We have all the experts come in, so we might take a case that another law firm says is worth this much, and we try to get it to this height. So that's basically one of the main differences between us and a bigger law firm.
Excellent. Thank you.
Great. Thank you all
Thank
for
you,
coming.
man.
And we're always happy to have chamber members. Thank you very
I
much.
would hope to see your firm on our Facebook Live feed sometime coming up pretty soon.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.